So without getting into weird politics, there's a little bit of a predicament with Trump and these TFRs going on in North Jersey. I think Trump has like a golf course or something that he comes to regularly. And so far this is the third weekend of the summer that we've had a TFR covering basically all of North Jersey. What that means for airports and small businesses is that they lose air traffic, they lose fuel sales, and flight instruction and skydive operations are shut down also. For me, it's kind of more of a minor inconvenience because I have to pick out a different airport to fly from. So I'm going to show you how I picked out an airport. It's about an hour away, and we're going to go there today and fly. All right, so here's the lowdown. This is the official FAA government website showing where the TFRs are at. Also, if you go into SkyVector here, this is basically all the aeronautical sectional charts put into one, and they display the TFRs also. So you can see pretty much all of North Jersey is covered by this freaking TFR. So I did a bit of searching between this map and Google Maps and back and forth, and I found right out here is Arner Memorial something something airport, well out of the TFR, middle of nowhere basically. A quick Google search leads you to AirNav. Got all the information here. You got your frequencies, your runways, and a little bit farther down is the phone number for the airport manager. So I say we give him a call, see if we can get permission to fly from this lovely airfield.
Hello?
Hi, how are you?
Alright.
My name's Tucker Gott. I fly a paramotor. It's an ultralight vehicle under FR 103. And I was just looking around for airports to fly from because I'm in a TFR in New Jersey right now. So I was wondering if I could fly from this airport tonight around 7.
Yeah, I'll see you, Paul.
Appreciate it, man. I should be there around 6:30 or 7.
Okay, enjoy it.
Cool, thank you. Nailed it. So it gave me the code to get in through a gate. So I think we're all set. Gonna bring Jacqueline out there, hopefully get her up in the air, and we'll have a rad, sick, nasty flight going on. Right, Jess? Well, the FBO's open. Toilets are that way, Jacqueline. Absolutely refreshing. Christ, Jacqueline, I thought you got abducted.
Why do you think I got abducted?
1 minute you were there and then you weren't. Alright, so we're about ready to go. Got everything out of the car. Just gotta carry it out to the field, lay out, and we'll be golden. It's really beautiful here. Just got rolling hills on all sides, and I think the plan is we're gonna go down this valley, just check it out. Should be pretty rad. It's like beautiful little airstrip. There's really no one here except for Jacqueline and that medevac helicopter. Let's do it. All right, quick status update. We just got everything set up, and last week I changed the throttle over on Jacqueline's motor. Neither of us really prefer the Vitarazi throttle, so I put this old throttle on there. Now the dang kill switch isn't working, so she decided to no-go. So unfortunately, I'm just gonna go explore all by myself. Bye, Jacqueline. I'll miss you. Nice low foot drag. Let's see. It's a drive-in movie theater. That's pretty sick. Dude, hopefully they're playing a movie by the time I get back and I can just fly by and watch it. So yeah, this whole TFR thing with Trump kind of sucks. The deal is, when Trump comes to town, all of North Jersey is in a TFR, which is a temporary flight restriction. I explained a little in the intro. It kind of sucks because I literally have to drive like an hour and 15 minutes away to go take advantage of a beautiful afternoon like tonight. But it sucks more for like the businesses. The skydiving place that I used to work at, they're suffering hardcore because it seems like every weekend when Trump comes into town, we have really good weather, and then they miss out on a whole bunch of business. It kind of sucks for the airport I fly from too, because their fuel sales suffer and their flight school can't operate, and it's not good for business. I think this is the third TFR weekend we've had, but we'll see how it plays out this summer. If it continues, I might as well just keep finding new spots to fly from. Like, that's the advantage. And it's kind of like a negative, but I can turn it into a positive because now I get to check out this new site, explore some new territory with the freaking magic of a paramotor, throw it in the back of the car, and head off to a beautiful landscape like this. Let's see, 8:01. We got about half an hour now. I'm gonna gain a little bit of altitude because I really don't know what's around me. I'm gonna check back real quick, just get a quick visual on what that airport looks like. I picked out some landmarks on the way in, but I guess it's always good to see what it looks like from up high and far away so I know what to look for on my way back. I checked beforehand and that's a publicly owned airport, but I think it's always kind of courteous to call ahead. I think I found a nice little area that I can drop down lower for a little bit. I'm flying into a headwind right now. Hey, check it out, there's an airplane. Always remain vigilant. Let's drop down. Hopefully there's not turbulence. I'm not going to take it too low through this whole stretch because I have no idea what the power line situation is here, and I don't really want to find out the hard way. Oh, so here's the official results for my last video where I tested out the hybrid bars. Some of you probably already noticed I've got the goosenecks back on. Basically on my first impressions, I guess, of the hybrid bars, I kind of concluded that no doubt they give you tons of weight shift, which is amazing. But the drawbacks were that the launch was a little difficult, and in flight there was more torque and more glider feedback. I flew at least 4 flights on them, probably 10 launches, and I kind of had one flight that made my conclusion. Basically the launches I got used to. You feel a bit more torque on the launch, and you can counter it with weight shift and correct piloting and everything. Over time I got used to it. It didn't bug me anymore launching with the hybrids. But this one flight I did, I took off and it was super dead calm, and I was just buzzing down the valley, not filming, just flying proximity and testing out the hybrids. And I think that's where they really shine for me, was zero wind, zero turbulence, and low flying, because that weight shift just felt so good. It just felt natural, and having that insane amount of weight shift made things super fun. But as the flight went on, I think there was a thunderstorm downwind of me, and it started to turn up the air a little bit, and the wind picked up. It actually picked up significantly. I climbed up, got more altitude, kind of evaluated the situation. Those hybrids, man, were knocking me around. It was very uncomfortable. It's just that I felt like my core and my legs were always kind of engaged because I was actively fighting the turbulence with my body. But I don't know, it just wasn't that comfortable for me. Eventually I got a bunch of altitude and I could see the trees on the ground were ripping. So I decided to come back, and it stayed sketchy the whole time pretty much. But I got back fine. I feel like the thing with the hybrids and having that much weight shift, for me personally, it made low flying really fun. I really enjoyed that weight shift flying low. But in acro, while I could tell that it was helping the maneuvers and making the maneuvers much easier, it wasn't as like a pleasurable experience as the low flying was. Like when I did a barrel roll, I could twist my hips and body and get that weight shift in, and it would rip the barrel roll way easier. But I don't know, it wasn't that satisfying, like the satisfying feeling of flying low and weight shifting. They got freaking sprinklers watering their dead grass out here, trying to bring it back to life. Hello, ma'am. She's like, God damn, what the hell is this Parafan mobile? So yeah, long story short, the conclusion I came to was, if you're a pilot, this is just my personal reflection, if you're a pilot that goes out and flies low and does acro generally in good conditions, if I was that type of pilot, I would put the hybrids on and keep them on forever. For me personally,
I like the stability that the goosenecks give you. Even though they don't have such incredible weight shift, they've got plenty of weight shift, just not to the level of the hybrids. But I kind of value that stability that the goosenecks give over the extreme weight shift. So that's my official conclusion. Time check, 8:15, 15 more minutes till the sun sets. I think I'll go just a little bit further and then I'll climb up. I really want to see what this area looks like from high altitude. So I think on the way back, I'm probably just going to gain a bunch of altitude and check it out. So I didn't really realize Flight Fest East is coming up, and that's the next air show that the Paradigm team's doing. Right after that is Oshkosh, or EAA Air Venture, and I didn't realize those were so close together. When I leave for Flight Fest, I'm actually going to be going straight from Flight Fest to Wisconsin because we're planning like a week of training before Oshkosh starts. Oshkosh is going to be huge. I can't wait for it. I've talked about it in the past. Oshkosh was the first air show that we did as the Paradigm team, and I've been waiting to share my footage since it happened, coming up on a year ago now, and finally the documentary is done. That's what I was waiting on. I just was editing my version of it today, so look forward to that. I'm going to be putting out a trailer for it, and then a trailer for the documentary, and then shortly after, I'm going to have my full, my GoPro cut of the whole Oshkosh experience. It's kind of like it was a year ago. I look back at some of the footage, how garbage it was, but I'm trying to make it look nice and tell the whole story as it was. So I'm pretty stoked for that. Official turnaround point. I'm going to head back down the valley, but this time at higher altitude. I'll take advantage of the tailwind, and hopefully we'll watch the sunset over the airport back there. One of my goals, since I got this Viper 4, was to practice SATs as much as possible. I did some off camera like last week. I did a bunch actually. I posted a link to my Facebook page if you want to see a shot from the ground of me doing a SAT. My Facebook's in the description. But yeah, I feel like every flight I want to try to do a SAT just so I get comfortable with them and just get better and better at the maneuver. Basically a SAT, I'll explain it before I get to the airport right here. A SAT is kind of like a spiral, but it's like a step past a spiral. You enter in a spiral and then you keep pulling an excessive amount of brake. And what happens in the SAT is the wing is actually going forward and your body and the motor's going backwards. So a spiral, you'd be going around the center point with the whole wing and the motor, but a SAT, the center point is between me and the wing. What I'm trying to work on is getting it slowed down enough so that I don't drain all the blood out of my head, freaking black out. And the other thing, I think, in theory, is that if I concentrate on just the wing, like put my vision on the wing, hopefully I won't get as dizzy. But I know like when I'm in the SAT, most of the time I look around, I just start like looking at things, and I feel like that messes up my vision and my equilibrium and everything. Alright, looking good. Just scanning for traffic. It looks like we're clear on all sides. No one coming in for a landing. We'll do this quick because the sun's going down. Engine's dead. I'm gonna hold my left brake like that. My right brake, I'm gonna go through and hold here. Alrighty, let's give this a shot. Nice, nice. Feeling good. Got it slowed down. Looking at the wing. And we'll exit. Pump the left brake. And left barrel roll. Slightly disorienting, but not bad at all. Alright. Airspace looks good. Throttle this time I'm going to stow because I'm going to take it all the way in for a landing. Both hands through the brakes. Sun's coming in for a nice, marvelous sunset. Let's not waste any more altitude. Not going to barrel roll this one. I'm just going to do the left hand Sat. Nice, nice. Modulate that pressure. Keep it nice. And exit. Beauty. The first time I did a sat, it freaking took like 4 rotations to come out into a spiral. But I feel much more comfortable with it now. I'm still like kind of new to doing sats. Feeling good. I kind of want to land behind that helicopter, but I feel kind of sketchy landing by a helicopter. Oh, I see Jacqueline. I'll come in by her. Nailed it.
Well, that's about all she wrote. Good flight. We're gonna head home, probably get some Chipotle, and as always, like this video if you like this video. More TFRs to come, random adventures of finding random places to fly. Till next time, peace out.